Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about investments from the Millionaire Real Estate Investor book. And what we're specifically going to talk about is the buy and hold quadrant. I'm going to leave this up for a few seconds and then I'll go ahead and explain it. Alright, so let's talk about it. The buy and hold quadrant. How to buy successful real estate without losing your shirt, so to speak. So, number one, this is about wealth building. We're going to talk about cash flow. We're going to talk about appreciation. Obviously, most appreciation happens over time. If you buy right, your appreciation can happen faster. And we're going to talk about how you should think about discounting and what kind of real estate you want to buy, right? So let's talk about the buy and hold quadrant. Number one, what you're buying, right? Number one quadrant, if you take a piece of paper, you split it, in four. Number one is appreciation and no cash flow. That means you buy a building, maybe it could be your own personal investment. You buy it, you live in it, you're not getting cash flow, but in 10 years that building is going to be worth, like $300,000 more than what it is today, or maybe 400, whatever. Appreciation, but you're not getting cash flow. So that's one. Number two is appreciation and cash flow, which if you want to be successful in real estate investing long term, that's probably how you want to buy, right? You want the property you want to buy in an area where, like I've sold buildings that 3-family that was a $500,000 unit in Dorchester, Massachusetts, which is Boston, right? It was $500,000, and in 10 years, okay, they bought the whole building for $500,000. In 10 years, the building was worth $1.2 million. So that's incredible appreciation, right? You're making money every year in appreciation, and the whole time those rental incomes were good. They've gotten cash flow the whole time. If you get enough of those properties, you're probably not going to have to work pretty soon, okay? Number three is no appreciation and no cash flow. Sometimes we make really bad investment decisions, right? Maybe we get too emotional. You want to make sure that if you're in a property that has no appreciation, no cash flow, just not a good business, get rid of it. It's okay. Cut your losses, get rid of it, and go at it again and buy a better property. And I'll tell you how you should think about buying right at the end. And number four is no appreciation but cash flow. There are some places where you buy a property today, that's what it's going to be worth 10 years from now. Just the prices in the area don't appreciate. However, so you'll sell it for that price, maybe a little less, but the whole time you can make crazy cash flow. I've had a guy buy in a neighborhood, bought the building for $700,000, sold it for $700,000, but the whole time he was making like $100,000 a month because nobody wanted to invest in that area. So there's all kinds of. So the buy and hold quadrant, right? Number one, appreciation, no cash flow. Number two, appreciation, cash flow. Number three, no appreciation, no cash flow. Get rid of that. And number four, no appreciation but cash flow. Hope you guys can see that. Take a look. All right, and this is how you should think about buying properties, okay? If you get a property with more or less, this is like, obviously there's different situations, but if you put down 20%, and the property you buy, you make sure that you buy it 80% of its value. I know there's 70% and 60%, and there's some people that try to squeeze everybody. Well, if you could just be patient and just find the deals that are 80% of the value, okay, and you put 20% down, okay, so you be patient in buying, you save up some money, you do it right, you're probably gonna have positive cash flow right away. And if you're buying in a state like Massachusetts or New Hampshire, it seems to me like they have been appreciating for the last 30 years. So the appreciation will be there, and that's how you create another income, and you do that enough times and eventually you don't have to work. So that's the real estate buy and hold quadrant. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, leave your comments, likes, suggestions, and I'll make sure I answer them. I hope you all have an amazing day.